What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Deathstroke Incorporated, issue number 15. This is the final issue of the Deathstroke Incorporated run, and it is also closing out the year 1 chapter of Deathstroke. Most recently, what we have seen is that Slade Wilson was going on his first contract, getting caught up by Green Arrow. He finds himself very much late to the show, with another team already being contracted out believing that Deathstroke was dead. Deathstroke comes into this, killing most of the team, but accidentally leaving one alive. And now Muzzle has Wintergreen, the partner of Deathstroke, with Deathstroke finding himself in this very tricky situation as his first job finally comes to an end. Now, make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into the final issue, we have Muzzle holding a gun to Wintergreen's head. Both Deathstroke and Wintergreen currently being held hostage. They are making their way to an abandoned airfield. Muzzle going on to say that Walsh set all of this up. Not necessarily the fact that Deathstroke would be dead or anything, just the fact that Muzzle seems to be one of his favorite hitmen. But Walsh does want to have some words with Deathstroke. That is the only reason that they are still alive. And so loading them up onto the plane, as they take off into the air, this is where Muzzle says that Wintergreen is not a necessity when they go to meet Walsh, that Walsh only cares about Deathstroke. And so Muzzle takes Wintergreen, he opens up the back of the aircraft, and he gets ready to throw him out, with Slade warning him that if he hurts a single hair on Wintergreen's head, he will break free of these chains and he will kill him. Now, of course, Muzzle, he takes these threats as absolutely nothing, getting ready to dump the body of Wintergreen out of the aircraft. Deathstroke breaking his chains, coming up from behind Muzzle, grabbing him by the throat. Wintergreen hanging on to the very ledge of this plane. We see the fight ensue, with Muzzle being able to break free of his grasp, going and grabbing a gun. He turns to go and shoot Muzzle, only to see that Wintergreen already has a gun. Deathstroke had pulled him up. They pulled a gun on Muzzle and they put 3 into his chest. But Deathstroke knows that this doesn't kill Muzzle, and so he grabs him and he throws him out of the plane. With the aircraft on autopilot, it is bringing them directly where Deathstroke wants to go. That is to Walsh. That is what takes us to the secret location on the Atlantic coast. With Walsh recognizing that Muzzle and the rest of his team are not here, he is absolutely irate, saying that those were his best men. But the truth is, Slade doesn't care. The contract was his, telling Walsh that he should have never hired anybody else. But also, if those men are what you call your best, then you have to do much better than that. But Slade wants his money. A mission completed, he gets $1 million. With Deathstroke turning around, headed back to the aircraft, Walsh tries to stop him, saying that there is so much more money where that came from. That if you join me, if you train my new team, if you train my new initiative, I can give you a purpose that you thought was once lost. This is when Deathstroke reveals that everything was exposed to him. Everything about the experiments, about the super soldiers, about what happened to him, how Walsh was the one to do all of this. But Deathstroke is trying to be an assassin. He is trying to get into this line of work. If he were to kill Walsh right now, that could end a lot of future contracts. And so, he lets it be known that he fulfilled his contract. He gave his word. But he is not interested in joining any club. He is a free agent, saying that if you want to hire me to do a job, I will do it. That if somebody else hires me to kill you, I will do it. And so they get in the plane, they take off. That is where we pick up with Slade Wilson showing up back home. As he walks in the front door, his wife slaps him in the face. The two of them going off to have a conversation. She is absolutely livid. Not only did she just recently find out she was pregnant, but when she told Slade Wilson, he didn't really have much to say. In fact, he hung up on her. She also believes that he wasn't out deer hunting, coming back with no meat, no bear hides, nothing. And so now she is asking, what is going on? That she understands this suburban lifestyle. It's not what you wanted. It is not what you currently want. But you have children. It is your job to be here for them. That they are in this together no matter how much he wants to fight against it. But this is when Slade, he grabs her, he holds her close. He lets her know that they were simply out hunting. That they didn't catch anything. That he simply needed time to work things out. Drinking beers, trading war stories, all of that good stuff. And he agrees that this life, it is taking a lot to adjust to. He just needed some days to process how everything is going. But he does let her know that he is happy. Underneath the surface, lying comes easier and easier, telling her what she needs to hear. It took him a long time, but now he is realizing that this is a good life. That it is a good cover. That if he is going to keep being an assassin, he needs to be looking upwards. He needs to keep up all of these outward appearances. A wife, a family, a house in the suburbs. This is all a front. This is all a mask. So that Deathstroke can continue doing what he does best. That is hunting. That is killing. Proving hit after hit that he is in fact the world's greatest assassin. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So when it comes to the entire series, it wasn't that great of a story. But when we tie in all of the Shadow War stuff, when we tie in the origin story or the year one of Deathstroke, it definitely helps make this line, this run, a much better series. I have always been a fan of the year one stories. More specifically, Barry Allen's year one is probably my favorite done in recent years. But this Deathstroke year one, it was a ton of fun. We got to see his first contract, how he got mixed up in all of this, and what led him to eventually be the world's greatest assassin. All in all, it was fun, it was enjoyable. It's sad that it's kind of over already. I was really hoping that we would get more from the Deathstroke story, but with everything that happened in Dark Crisis, it's safe to say that we're probably not going to see Deathstroke for quite a while. But let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything that has been going on with this story, do me a favor, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything that is going on with Deathstroke. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership. Much like Patreon, having 5 different tiers, from $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting free comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. Now, if you are unable to do that, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.